There's something fundamentally human about wanting to share a communal physical experience with other people. Studies have found that going through a shared experience, just by being in the same space, can intensify that experience, even if there's no verbal exchange and even if it's just with strangers. In this one chocolate, either simultaneously with another participant or alone. Despite both chocolates being identical, students reported the chocolates tasting better when they ate it with the other person in the room. And that's why, even if we don't need to, we like going to a library or a coffee shop. We like being in the same space in the presence of other people. These are some of the moments from the Lightship Summit conference in 2022. The graphics are still kind of at a rudimentary level, but it's an example of how virtual content could mesh with the physical world. The goal was to create a local experience that could only exist in this specific location. And in order to do this, they overlay the virtual space on top of the existing space using traditional architectural techniques like plans, sections, 3D modeling, as well as new VR tools to draw these cute little elements that interact with the people and the space. And the result is a spatial experience where the digital fabric is woven into the architecture of this conference venue. Most of this is experienced through the phone, like this. But once headsets become a part of our daily routines, we're going to have a much more seamless, immersive experience. So I think rather than subjective space, maybe brick and mortar stores are going to try to capitalize on this innate desire to be in the same space and try to create a hyper-local experience that can only be experienced at their stores. We've seen how stores have transformed since the rise of Instagram, with more and more of these themed stores popping up. Maybe we'll be seeing an amplified version of this, where stores combine AR and their physical space to create a unique experience that you can't replicate anywhere else. What is this? Oh, it's time to talk about Wayfair. You probably know of Wayfair as a website where you can buy affordable and chic furniture. But did you know that they also have an educational YouTube channel? A Style is Born is their new series where they discuss how and why certain styles came to be. It's really well produced, really well researched, and I love how they break down the history of that style from the social and economic conditions and why it's making a comeback. And I think when you understand the context behind something, you can really appreciate it a lot more beyond just the aesthetics of it. Anyways, I would highly recommend you check out their episode on how brutalism influenced interior design. I personally love brutalism, but it's also quite controversial. People either love it or hate it. But what's certain is that it's spread all over the world and became a trend in itself. So yeah, check it out and go and subscribe to their channel. I'll include the link in the description. But what happens when we leave the public realm and into our homes? The design of homes can be one of the best ways to observe the changes in culture or lifestyle. It went from this to this to this, as the TVs went from this to this to this. In fact, TV has been the focal point of our living rooms for decades. We orient things around the TV because it's not just entertainment. As weird as it is, it's kind of a passive bonding experience. But what if, and this is a huge what if, TVs become obsolete? Imagine your homes without TVs. Everyone plugs into their own entertainment, or if you want to have a shared viewing experience, plug into a device that syncs all of your movies. We might lay things out specifically for talking or hanging out. Maybe we can bring back conversation pits, which could even be covered when it's not being used, giving you even more space for VR activities. But